Good morning, students. Today we will see about the buffer solution. In the last period, we have seen about the hydrolysis of salt. In that, the salts derived from the salts derived from the strong acid, strong base, strong acid, weak base, weak acid, strong base, and weak acid, weak base. Now, today we will see about the buffer solution. First of all, we must know what's meant by the buffer solution. Buffer solution is defined as a solution which resists the drastic change in the pH when the small amount of strong acid or the strong base is added into that. That solution is called as the buffer solution. Means if any solution is taken into this beaker, this is the any solution, and the pH of this solution is suppose that 10. If when we have added any other strong acid or the base at that time, that changes which resists the change in the pH, that the solution is called as the buffer solution. म्हणजे एखाद्या सोल्युशन मध्ये ज्यावेळेस आपण एखादा स्ट्रॉंग ऍसिड किंवा स्ट्रॉंग बेस ऍड केल्यानंतर त्या सोल्युशनच्या पीएच मध्ये होणारे जे काही ड्रास्टिक चेंजेस जे आहेत ते रेसिस्ट करण्यासाठी जे सोल्युशन जे आहे जे वापरलं जातं त्या सोल्युशनला आपण काय म्हणतो बफर सोल्युशन असतं. And there are the various types of the buffer solution. Types of buffer solution. In that, the acidic buffer solution, basic buffer solution. Acidic buffer solution. And the basic buffer solution. There are the types of this buffer solution. There are the two types of the buffer solution. Acidic buffer, used to maintain the pH, and acidic pH, when the basic buffer maintains the alkaline pH. A solution containing a weak acid and its salt with the strong base is called as the acidic buffer solution. A solution containing the weak acid and its salt with strong base. Weak acid and its salt with strong base. That solution is called as the acidic buffer solution. For example, a solution containing weak acid such as the CH3COOH. As you know that the acetic acid CH3COOH is the weak acid, and its salt such as the CH3COONA, the weak acid CH3COOH, and the salt CH3COONA. Its salt, weak acid, acetic acid, and its salt is CH3COONA. The pH is an acidic buffer solution. The pH of acidic buffer is given by the equation, that is pH is equal to pKa plus log pKa to the plus log to the base 10, that is salt, upon the acid. That is the pH. pH of acidic buffer solution is given by this equation, that is the pK plus log salt by acid to the base 10, where pKa is equal to log of pKa is equal to negative log to the negative log Ka to the base 10, where K is the dissociation constant of the acid. K क्या है? Dissociation constant. And pK is equal to negative log to the base log K to the base 10, where K is the dissociation constant for of the acid. Instead of that K in the basic buffer solution, that K will be the dissociation constant for the base. म्हणजे acidic buffer solution म्हणजे काय? It is the solution which contains the weak acid and its salt with the strong base. Here we have taken the example, that is the acetic acid is the weak acid, while its salt is CH3COONA. That solution is the acidic buffer solution. And the pH is equal to pKa plus log salt by acid to the base 10, where pK is equal to negative logarithm to the Ka to the base 10, where K is the dissociation constant for the acid. Now in case of the basic buffer, the basic buffer solution is a solution containing weak base and its salt with the strong acid. Weak base and its salt with strong acid. That solution is the basic buffer solution. Basic buffer solution म्हणजे कोणतं सोल्युशन? जे सोल्युशन की ज्याच्यामध्ये की वीक बेस आणि इट्स सॉल्ट ऑफ द विथ स्ट्रॉंग ऍसिड. आता मग त्याचा एक्झाम्पल घ्या, that is the weak acid, weak base is the NH4OH. NH4OH is the weak base. And the strong acid, that is the salt, its salt is NH4Cl. Salt. And the solution is called as the basic buffer solution. And this basic buffer solution is given by the formula, that is the pH is equal to pKb is equal to the log 10, that is POH is equal to pKb plus log salt by X to the base 10, where the pKb is equal to negative log Kb to the base 10, where Kb is this Kb is the dissociation constant for this, means the the two types of the buffer solution in that the acidic buffer solution and the basic buffer solution. In acidic buffer solution, that is the weak acid and its salt with the strong base, while in case of the basic buffer solution, the solution with the weak base and its salt with the strong acid. That solution is called as the basic buffer solution. Then how the buffer action will be taken into that? In the buffer solution म्हणजे काय आहे? बफर सोल्यूशन आपण कशाला म्हणतो की जे सोल्यूशन एखाद्या सोल्यूशन मध्ये ऍड केल्यानंतर त्या सोल्यूशनच्या पीएच मध्ये होणारे जे काही ड्रास्टिक चेंजेस जे आहेत ते ड्रास्टिक चेंजेस रेसिस्ट करण्यासाठी ज्या सोल्यूशनचा वापर केला जातो that solution is said to be the buffer solution. And there are the two types of the buffer solution. First one is the acidic buffer solution, while the second one is the basic buffer solution. In case of the acidic buffer solution, a solution containing with the weak acid and its salt with the strong base is called as the acidic buffer solution. And then in case of the basic buffer solution, a solution containing the weak base and its salt with the strong acid is the basic buffer solution. Then how the buffer action takes place? How the buffer action will be taking place? How that buffer action will be taken? Consider a solution of acidic acid buffer. Here the sodium acetate is a strong electrolyte which dissociates completely in water, producing the large concentration of CH3COO. That CH3COO-Na when dissociated, CH3COO-Na when it dissociates, that is CH3COO minus in the aqueous condition, and in aqueous condition and Na plus ions are formed in the aqueous condition. Both of these. On the other hand, since the acetic acid is the weak acid, the concentration of undissociated acetic acid, that is CH3COOH, is the weak acid. This is the weak acid. And undissociated of the weak acid molecules, the concentration of undissociated acidic acid molecules is usually high. If the strong acid is added to this solution, the conjugate base, that is CH3COO minus, present in a large concentration. Similarly, if a small amount of base is added into that is the OH minus ions will be neutralized by the large concentration of acetic acid, and the reaction will be formed as this CH3COO minus plus Na plus. It gives, when the large concentration of this acid will be added, it forms the weak acid, that is CH3COOH. And CH3COOH, this CH3COOH plus hydroxyl ions, it gives the CH3COO plus H2O minus, CH3COO minus plus H2O will be formed. And the acid or base added thus cannot change the H plus ion or the OH minus ion concentration and the pH of the buffer solution unchanged. The dilution does not have any effect on the pH of the buffer. This is because the concentration ratio term in this equation remains the same and the dilution does not change its ratio. Means when the buffer is added into that, at that time that buffer solution does not changes the pH of the solution. Means the concentration of the H plus ions and the OH minus ions, they doesn't change. Hence the pH of the solution, it doesn't change. That such a type of the action will be taking place in case of the buffer. Then, what are the properties of the buffer or the buffer solution? A pH of a buffer solution does not change. The operability, that is, by addition of small amount of either strong acid or the strong base, on dilution when it is kept for the long time. म्हणजे वेल त्यांच्या प्रॉपर्टीज आपल्याला बफर सोल्युशनच्या सांगता येतात किंवा द पीएच ऑफ बफर सोल्युशन डज नॉट चेंज अप्रिशिएबली. म्हणजे एखादा सोल्युशन मध्ये ज्यावेळेस हे बफर सोल्युशन ऍड केलं जातं ॲट दॅट टाइम द पीएच ऑफ दॅट सोल्युशन विल डज नॉट चेंज अप्रिशिएबली. When by addition of the small amount either strong acid or the strong base, on addition or on dilution or till when it kept for the long time. म्हणजे एखादा सोल्युशन हा दीर्घकाळापर्यंत जरी ठेवलं आणि त्यामध्ये जर बफर सोल्युशनचा ऍड केलेला असेल तर त्यामुळं दीर्घकाळापर्यंत ठेवल्यानंतर सुद्धा त्या सोल्युशनचा पीएच जो आहे हा चेंज होत नाही. देन ॲप्लिकेशन्स ऑफ द बफर सोल्युशन. Buffer solution finds the extensive applications in the variety of the fields. Some of its applications are here, that is in the biochemical system. Biochemical system मध्ये असेल, agriculture मध्ये असेल, industry मध्ये असेल, medicine मध्ये असेल, analytical chemistry मध्ये असेल. These are the various wide areas in which the buffer solution is taking place. There are the wide applications of this buffer solution in the various fields. For example, we have taken one of them, that is the in biochemical system. The pH of the blood in our body is maintained near about at 7.35, 36 to 7.42. आपल्या बॉडीमधल्या ब्लडचा जो pH जो आहे ते सरासरी आपण जनरली आपण 7 असं म्हणतो. That means its pH is maintained in the range of the 7.36 to 7.42 due to the buffer, that is the HCO3 plus and H2CO3. हे जे बफर जे आहे त्या बफरमुळे आपल्या शरीरामध्ये असणारं जे ब्लड जे आहे त्या ब्लडचा पीएच हा मेंटेन होत असतो. देन a major change of 0.2 pH units can cause the death. म्हणजे पहा आपल्या ब्लडच्या पीएच मध्ये जर थोडासा जरी चेंज झाला 0.2 पर्यंत तरी आपल्या ह्यूमन बीइंगची डेथ होण्याची सुद्धा शक्यता नाकारता येईल. The saline solution used for the intraviral injection must contain the buffer system to maintain the proper pH of the. म्हणजे आपल्या ज्यावेळेस सलाईन वगैरे आपण आपल्याला ह्यूमन बीइंगला आजारी पडल्यानंतर लावलं जातं ॲट दॅट टाइम ती जी काही सलाईन जी आहे त्याच्यामध्ये बफरचा वापर केला जात असतो. कशासाठी हो? ड्यू टू मेंटेन द पीएच ऑफ आवर बॉडी, मेंटेन द पीएच ऑफ आवर ब्लड. Then, in case of the agriculture field, the soil get buffered due to the presence of salts such as the carbonate, bicarbonate, phosphates, and the organic acids. The choice of fertilizer depends upon the pH of the solution of the soil. म्हणजे एखाद्या आपल्या जमिनीच्या आपण ॲग्रिकल्चरचे जे काही व्यक्ती जे आहेत ते आपल्या जमिनीमध्ये येतात संशोधन करत असताना ते आपल्या मातीचा पीएच किती आहे हे पाहतात आणि मग त्या मातीचा पीएच पाहिल्यानंतर त्याच्यामध्ये कुठल्या प्रकारचं पीक घेता येऊ शकतं, कशा पद्धतीनं त्या पिकाची निवड आपल्याला या ठिकाणी करता येईल हे पाहण्यासाठी सुद्धा हे ॲग्रिकल्चर फील्डमध्ये त्या बफर सोल्युशनचा वापर केला. देन इन केस ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री द बफर प्ले अन इम्पॉर्टंट रोल इन द पेपर, डाय, इंक, पेंट, ड्रग इंडस्ट्री. म्हणजे वेगवेगळ्या इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टरमध्ये आता डाय इंडस्ट्रीज असतील, पेंट इंडस्ट्री असेल, नंतर तुमचं ड्रग इंडस्ट्रीज असतील, या वेगवेगळ्या इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टरमध्ये या बफर सोल्युशनचा यूज केला. देन द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग दॅट इज अबाउट आवर हेल्थ कॉन्सेप्ट, दॅट इज द वी मस्ट नीड द मेडिसिन्स व्हेन वी आर टेकिंग द इलनेस. आपण ज्यावेळेस आजारी पडतो त्यावेळेस आपल्याला आपण डॉक्टरांचा सल्ला घेतो आणि त्यावेळेस डॉक्टर आपल्याला मेडिसिन हे रेफर करतात. इन दॅट मेडिसिनल इंडस्ट्री त्या औषधामध्ये त्या औषधीय क्षेत्रामध्ये त्या बफरचा हा वापर केला जातो. द पेनिसिलिन preparations are stabilized by addition of the sodium citrate as a buffer. म्हणजे in case of the penicillin, the sodium citrate is used as a buffer. When the citric acid is added to the milk of the magnesia, the magnesium citrate is formed, which is a buffer. As well as in case of the analytical chemistry, in qualitative analysis, a pH of 8 to 10 is required for the precipitation of the cations of third A group. It is maintained with the use of NH4OH and NH4Cl buffer. म्हणजे या एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्रीमध्ये क्वालिटेटिव्ह एनालिसिस करत असताना सुद्धा एखाद्या सोल्युशनचा पीएच जो आहे 8 ते 10 पर्यंत आपल्या रिक्वायर्ड पीएच मेंटेन करण्यासाठी कॅटायनचं प्रिपरेशन करत असताना हे जे NH4OH आणि NH4Cl सारखे जे बफर जे आहे हे बफर त्या ठिकाणी यूज केले जात असतात. इन दिस वे देयर इज द वाइड स्कोप ऑफ वेरियस एरियाज इन विच द बफर सोल्युशन्स आर यूज्ड. देन अबाउट द solubility equilibria, that point we will continue in the next.